We're live. Hello, everybody. We're good. It's 9 p.m. We've got people are beginning to check in to say hello. Just write down, say hello, say what you're drinking. I've got to pour a drink here. Everyone, apologies for what happened last week. That was a little bit of a mess. I had somebody, Slanche Christopher. I'm still pouring the drink. These bastards have still not sponsored me, even though I've written them 2 emails at this point. So they should be sponsoring me. I do highly recommend it if you ever want a good breakfast gin. So this is gin that has Earl Grey tea in it. We gotta pour that. I probably shouldn't have poured that much, but oh well. All right, this will be a messy show, is what we're gonna say. That's what we have. Look who's with me. Look at the amazing people that's here with me. Look, Butterscotch Blondie, her very first. I shouldn't poke my hand up like that. That was rude. Dude, her very first. Love Doctor live stream. We have the fantastic Celesta O'lee as well. So please, welcome everybody. Denny Leger is checking in saying, hey there, I'm just drinking hot chocolate with marshmallows in Montreal. I guess that snowfall. Did we get that snowfall today? I don't know. I was out in the morning. It seemed more like it was going to be rain.
It was a very wet snowfall.
Wet snowfall. I gotta get some mix in there because that's a lot of gin. I'm not gonna drink that straight. I'm gonna be starting off that way. Christopher Mersaw saying, you keep saying breakfast gin as if there's another kind of gin. Yes, there is other kinds of gin. So you get Sleepy Time that has the heroin in it. Luna is saying, I still maintain that gin tastes like pine needles, Earl Grey or not. Hugs and kisses from Toronto. Thank you, Luna. Welcome. We're expanding our viewer base at this point in time. That's great that more people are getting to know the Love Doctor live stream, coming in for advice. If anyone has any questions they want asked, this is also just a good time to remember that you go to slido.com and the event code is LD44. Normally it's TLD, but it's just LD this time, so it's LD44. That's the event code at slido.com or slide.do. Either one of those work. Excuse me, I got a cough. This is weird. All right, I had to go for a COVID test, and they gave me like the double nostril with the Q-tips, just try to scratch the brain. It's
never gets better, never gets easier.
No.
Actually, it does. It was easier than the first time. The first time, it brought tears to my eyes.
Yeah.
Now it's just like, I got an itch I can't scratch. That's what it is. An itch on the brain.
Yeah.
So we've got fantastic people are tuning in. Bashak is in as well. Join in on that. So Slanche, definitely. Or were you asking for the gin with heroin? I'm not allowed that anymore. Just saying. Have you had a good week, the two of you? Have you had good weeks?
Yeah, I had a good week. I feel like every week is the same. It's like I don't remember. Like every time somebody asks me, I'm like, "What did I do this week?" I don't know. I guess it was fine. Yeah, I'm good. It's like
it's Groundhog Day all over again. Have you
all the time? Yeah, all the day, all the weekend. Groundhog Day.
Okay, Groundhog Day is probably the film that most people know. But has anyone seen what is it, Palm Spring, with the man from Saturday Night Live in it?
No,
it's I think it's on Amazon Prime. It's very funny. It's got what's his name? J.K. Simmons is in it as well. Mark Brennan is checking in. Look at that. He's just a happy sunshine in that little picture. Welcome, Mart.
Little Marty boy.
Little Marty. The delightful and petite Butterscotch Blondie is calling somebody little.
I used to work with Mart.
At Bishop and Bag.
Yeah.
That sounded disappointed. All right.
I just felt no, it's not even. No, I'm just remembering like back in the days where people would work. I'm like, oh yes, I worked once upon a time, one day. Yes.
One day. There was a time when people left their houses to get money. In terms of crazy mixes, Luna prefers marijuana absinthe. I've not had marijuana absinthe. I wonder where you can get that right now. Celeste, tell us what you're drinking. You didn't.
I drink Pirate du Nord. It's from Montreal.
Another fine Montreal gin.
Yeah. Gin.
Which one? Because they have a couple different gins.
La cerise, comment on dit cerise en anglais?
Cherry.
The cherries one? Yeah.
Oh, that is good.
A good one. Yeah.
Breadbox makes a good gin.
Yeah.
Yes.
And Mark Brennan is. Oh, those were the days. Now we're actually at a weird point here. I think people weren't trusting us because we had that last minute cancel to the show last week. No one has submitted any questions at this point. So please get your questions in as soon as you possibly can. So we can go, because I don't want to be starting out with the vault. Or you can also alternatively, you could just ask your question in the chat, and we can get to the questions in the chats here as well. So I think we're going to have to go with this. So for those of you who are just joining us and wondering what the fuck is going on, by the way, this is a stream that's for people who are 18 and over. Should specify, just in case I say fuck again. I might say fuck again. Do you think there's a fucking chance I might say fuck again? But not that I'm doing it extraneously. It's yeah, get your questions in so we can answer your questions. We're here to answer your questions about love, sex, and relationships, and as best that we can. I've got some from the vault though. I just pulled something from this big stack. I've got these big boxes around. I don't know if I can look. I got 9 of these that are handy. So big shoe boxes filled with questions. Looking at this card is nice and glossy. It does. Oh, boys, I won't be able to hear people at this point. Let me just unplug myself. Can we test it? Can we hear me? I hear you?
I hear you.
All right, good. I can hear you as well. I unplugged my earphones and I was worried that you people couldn't hear me.
Oh no, we heard you the whole time.
All right, good. It's sort of been weird. I don't think having my earphones unplugged to prevent you people from hearing me, because this big microphone is kind of handling everything. All right. This is an interesting question, and I'm going to read it as written. And for anyone that's out there that thinks maybe the grammar is wrong, not everyone has English as a first language. I'm just going to state that. Celesta doesn't. I don't really either. So I had to learn English. I did it at a very young age, but I did have to learn English.
Oh yeah, it's not your first language. It's not your much.
Well, well, no, it was the first language I learned, but I didn't come out of the womb speaking it.
That's a good one.
All right, there we are.
Yeah.
Dad jokes. That's where we are.
Yeah.
So the first question that we have here is, why does women always get wet? That's the question. If you see how it's written.
Oh my God. Come on.
It's not quite cursive, but it's close to cursive. It's not entirely. No, that is cursive. Look, they fucking printed in cursive. I've lost the ability to use cursive, but they capitalized every letter, every first letter of each word. So why does woman always get wet? Now, Butterscotch, you're in the hot seat, but this is your first time on the show. Do you want me to switch into the hot seat to take that question first?
Yeah, sure. Why don't you go ahead?
All right. Well, if I'm jumping in the hot seat to answer that question, is why does women always get wet? 'Cause you're fucking sexy, apparently. That must be the reason. Because women don't always get wet, and there could be medical reasons or biological reasons or just interest reasons. They don't always get wet, but if they're getting wet, then their body is enjoying what's happening. It doesn't necessarily mean their mind is. So remember, consent isn't just fucking sexy, it's goddamn necessary.
Yes.
Celesta, you are in the second seat. What is your answer to that question?
I think because women get excited and they get wet because their fantasy come alive. I can say like this.
We.
Voila.
Butterscotch.
I would say women don't always get wet, but if this is an experience you are receiving, then keep doing what you're doing. You know?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
I think that goes with my first answer, saying because you're doing something right. That is the answer. We did have a question come in through the chat. Are we ready to get a question? Oh, Ev Lit is checking in. You just Zoom rated a couple 65th wedding anniversary. Do you think going forward people will remain married that long? Yes.
Yeah.
As long as they're keeping communication open. I mean, I don't think anyone gets married with the idea that this is just a 10-year deal, or worse, like it's a cell phone contract that let's just get a 3-year plan and then, evaluate afterwards. Sorry, that was an actual question, Ev. I'm sorry. Here you are. Do either of you have an answer for that as well?
It was the same answer as you for me.
Yeah. I would say, yeah, I don't see why not. For sure.
All right, Wendy Bonbons is here. Hello, Wendy. We miss you so much. That's such a good point to touch on. Mind and body do not always match up, but it is oh so lovely when they do. There can be medical reasons that the mind is very excited. We're talking again about why women get wet. The mind can be excited, but the body isn't following suit. And our artificial lubricants do exist. And they can help you overcome that. And the big thing is, please never make a partner self-conscious about it, or make them self-conscious about them being overly wet as well. Be fucking kind to your partners. I don't know. I don't think I really had to say that. Look at that sexy shifting around that Butterscotch is doing. I don't. Look at that. God. Lord. Thunder. All right, Christopher Marshall saying, what, 3 plans were an option? No, they aren't. They are for cell phone plans, or they're 2 years now, aren't they? I'm just putting the equation out there that, with cell phone plans, they have to, they can't be longer than 2 years with the contracts at this point. Luna is saying it's not always arousal. It can be anxiety or stress. It's always so odd, and true, it's not always matched up. Everyone's fascinated about wet women. Do you notice that? You just have to mention wet women and people start paying attention. Now everyone's staring at me like I've got 4 eyes or wearing sunshade or sunglasses in the middle of the night or something. No one else is commenting. All right. But Butterscotch is just rearranging herself again.
You keep
I don't know. There's just something about like a rolling chair. It's like, how do you not like fidget, I don't know.
I think that goes back to the heroin again. Then you sit and you stay there. Oh, it worked. Sister Michael used to make sure that we all sat still in class. There's right. That was meant to be a fun joke, but no, that came off a little bit creepy and child abusey. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. All right, so we have some questions that have come in here on the Slido. I'm cleaning inside our cupboards and I found a box of unused creatine. We always start at the bottom. Unused creatine that expired in 2018, but my partner won't let me throw it out. What do I do? He's very buff, obviously. All right, Butterscotch, you are in the hot seat. That means you get to handle that question first.
I don't know what creatine is.
It's like the whey powder that the bodybuilders take to get extra protein.
Oh, okay. And he doesn't want to throw it out. Well, if he hasn't used it after all these years, he's probably not going to start using it anytime soon. So I give it a week, and if after a week he doesn't use it, throw it in the trash.
Yeah,
that's what I would do. Purge that house.
Purge that house. It's also, you might want to just for argument's sake, maybe Google like what expired creatine could possibly do to a human body, because if you tell them if you actually use this, you might shut down your kidneys or something. I'm not sure that that's what it does, but a lot of like expired foodstuffs tend to not do good things to your body. Celesta, what is your take on that?
Same as Butterscotch. I don't have a big opinion more than what she said.
All right. So the thing about secretly throwing it out could cause a fight. So just kind of be aware that is an issue that you might be getting into. Is the only thing about the secretly throwing it out.
Yeah, I didn't mean secretly. I just meant more like, if you're not going to use this, I think we should get rid of it. I'll give you a week, please, and thank you. One of those,
Make sure you don't have any hobby supplies that they might pull the same thing to.
Yes.
Luna saying, that was already said. Christopher saying, buff dudes take creatine. It's not protein, but it helps with ATP. All right. Asked to penis. What's ATP? I'm not sure, but it helps apparently. But the expired one probably just helps with kidney failure. Is my immediate worry on that one. The questions are coming in hot and fast. No, what? Fast and furious. Hold it. Do we have to pay like the memory of Paul Walker for saying that? All right, I'm not sure. Let's go on to the next question. Keep the questions coming in. My husband almost divorced me for having to resort to half-calf coffee. How do we turn up the heat without the caffeine until the next Amazon delivery? Oh, Celesta, you are in the hot seat for this one.
I didn't understand the question.
My husband has almost divorced me for having to resort to half-calf. So half the caffeination. So instead of decaf, just sort of like mildly less caffeine in the coffee.
Ok, avoir moins de caféine dans le café. D'accord.
Okay. So how do we turn up the heat without caffeine until the next Amazon delivery?
Comment on fait monter la température du café, c'est ça?
Does the person mean like how do we like turn up like how do we like have the energy to like sexy time? Is that what like I'm interpreting?
I would assume that is what they mean.
Okay.
From that as well, but
they don't have the energy to. Okay. Got you.
If we don't have much caffeine, we cannot be energetic. We don't have the energy, right? That's what the question is.
Je pense que oui.
You don't need caffeine to have energy. No. If you really want sex, you don't need caffeine to have energy. I can say like that. Yeah, that's my.
Yeah.
But Butterscotch, what is your take on that?
I feel like there's lots of moments where you don't really have the energy to do something, or you feel like you want to do something, but you just don't have like the willpower. But I feel like if you kind of like force yourself to get over that first step of like, okay, let's like start a little bit and let's do this thing. Let's take it slow. The next thing you know, you're like adrenaline will take over, and I don't think it'll be a problem.
En français,
you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. In French, we say en France, we say l'appétit vient en mangeant. So everything comes slowly while you are eating. So the energy comes slowly until you clac, 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 clac.
C'est comme un build-up, comme it can help you to just like te rendre.
C'est ça.
Oui, yes.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Yeah.
That definitely makes sense. And you know what? Who needs a morning coffee before you have morning sex? Morning sex is a nice, good way to get the heart started in the morning and get very energized. And it also gives you something to do with your fingers and your lips. We're going to move to the next question. No one bites at any of the things I say. All right. Hold it. When I said that the questions were coming in fast and furious, I didn't mean stop. Keep them going. Dear Love Doctor, how do I turn my anxiety into arousal? I could be the hottest stud ever if I could make that work. I'm in the hot seat. That means I've got to handle that one. That is a difficult question. It also, you need to kind of sort out the source of your anxiety. What is it that is making you anxious? Is it the fact that COVID is a big thing about making people anxious? And if you're following the news stories, you're going to just end up being more anxious about COVID. But if you're looking at the numbers, things are progressing at this point in time. The numbers are going down. There are talks about things opening up. And as long as everybody is keeping sane and wearing their masks and washing their hands, then we can eventually be going out and meeting with people again. Just watch your bubbles, watch your distance, and turn in that energy and anxiety. Just turn it into focus, on a potential partner, to give them the attention they need without being creepy. You don't want to be that clingy person as well. So there's a lot of fine lines thing. But you recognized in your question, you actually said, I could be the hottest stud ever if I could make that work. It's a lot of work, but if it wasn't for your partners, who would you do it for? That means Butterscotch, you're now up for it.
Yeah, I totally relate to that because that's something that I'm very much feeling in COVID in this time. It is really hard. Yeah, it takes a lot of time, takes a lot of energy, but and I think a lot of the times it will kind of feel like there are days where it just is like not happening. But every now and then, I think if you do take like a day to, if you make sure to get the things that you need to get done, and you do take a day to like really like self-care and take the time to make yourself feel better, get dressed up and all that, I think it could help you maybe get somewhere someday. But yeah.
So deal with the anxiety and that energy that you put into that, you can put into having a relationship. Celesta.
Yes.
How to deal with anxiety? Take time for yourself. Try to have self-care and makeup, drink. Try to be beautiful, sexy. Take time to dance alone in your room and touch yourself. That would be my simple answer.
Yeah.
What?
Which is definitely a good answer because self-care is always a good idea. Now the chat has kind of blown up with people talking about the lack of coffee. Christopher saying morning is fine, but what about second breakfast? Oh, that's when you stay in bed a bit longer because you're actually going to work from the distance. So as long as you kind of log in and they're not seeing below your neck, you and your partner can be doing some very fun things in the bedroom while you're technically working. Luna L saying that she needs the coffee because I'm not a nice person before the coffee. I don't know. I do find that people who complain about not having their coffee don't mind it so much if they're having an orgasm. Denny, go ahead, Celesta. You got a finger up for that one.
I'm like, yeah, I'm the one. I prefer to have an orgasm in the morning than get my coffee. So I'm like,
yes.
Absolutely. Yeah.
There we go. So that's an excuse to be selfish. Is get that orgasm so then you can have the coffee.
Exactly.
Denny Leger is commenting on anxiety. Anxiety is reduced if you tell yourself, I'm excited rather than I'm nervous, and your brain will respond to what you tell it. It's a good thing. It's hard to lie to yourself, but sometimes you can do that. The next comment is here. What's a bigger aphrodisiac, flowers or money?
Money.
Blondie has said it. It is money. You know what? You actually bought those flowers with money, so I think the root comes down to money. Celesta, do you have a comment on that one? Chocolates are even better than money or flowers.
Oh yeah.
Definitely. We've got a question has come in via Twitch. So those people on Twitch, my girlfriend asked to peg my dad. Should I watch or is that fucked up? It's a little fucked up. Sorry, Celesta. What was your answer to that?
I was like, what does that mean? Peg my dad.
That's to use a strap-on anally onto a male partner is to peg them.
Okay.
I feel that we're educating in a weird way at this point in time. Just the way, it's so weird that your eyes opened wide enough that they actually filled your entire glasses. It was.
Oh my gosh.
Why Celesta is digesting that comment? Butterscotch, do you have an answer?
Oh my god, do it. That is that's like who gets to do that? Like who gets to experience that? Like so few people. I feel like it's just such an experience that like would be so fun.
So a threesome where at least two of the people are related by blood. I guess that's.
Well, no, I interpreted it as a cuck and not a threesome. No, right? Isn't that what he said? Where he just watches. My girlfriend asked to pick my dad.
Should I watch, or is that fucked up? All right, yeah, no, you're true. That is a bit of a cuck situation.
Yeah.
So, if everybody is on board, family reunions are going to be weird. Sunday dinner, it could be make it a little awkward. There's, do you, Celesta, do you have a thought on this now?
If that family do that, they are very open. Say bravo, no taboo, like we say. So go for
All
it.
right.
Yeah, I find it very now a little fucked up. I'm sorry.
I like how you managed to ebb and flow of that. Yeah, no, it's fucked up. Luna is saying, "Oh, I would not say no to an orgasm, but good luck wanting me to touch you rather than grumbling and pulling the covers over my head as I pass out for the next 10 hours." Which could be its own good thing. An excuse to cuddle with your partner after morning sex is great. I mean, the covers could be over everybody's head. Any further comments on that? Look at that shifting around, Butterscotch.
Oh my god, I can't. I know. Sorry.
Denis Leger is back on the anxiety with if you dwell on feeling nervous, you will feel more nervous. But if you concentrate on being excited, you will have more fun.
Yeah, true.
There we are. Very true. Very true on that one. All right, we've got another brilliant question has come in. There's not to make anyone nervous at this point. Just warning, Celesta, you are in the hot seat. But the question is, how prevalent is male squirting? I mean, the male equivalent of female squirting, not regular ejaculation. I would beg to differ that actually male squirting is ejaculation. But you are in the hot seat, Celesta.
Okay, let me just take prevalent. What does it mean in français? Traduction.
How common?
Oh, okay. The ejaculation of a man, how common is it? That was the question?
Yes. I think somebody thought they were a humorist writing that question.
Yeah, but it's a normal thing. If a man doesn't ejaculate, where is the fun for him and even for the girl? I can say like, after sex, oral sex. Is that a question?
All right. So that question has generated more questions. Butterscotch.
Maybe I didn't need to drink.
From what I understood, the person's asking, like, if there's like an equivalent, like when a woman squirts. Is there like the male version of that, but like not just like when he comes regularly, you know?
Yes. Well, they're assuming that in that question, what they seem to be assuming is that a female squirting is not female ejaculate.
Yeah. I don't think there's a male equivalent as far as I know.
All right.
But,
let's ask a question.
Yeah.
Do you think that women who squirt are not orgasming at that time? Do you think it's not female ejaculate?
No, I think it is.
All right, so it is. So it is female ejaculate. So in that question, they were asking that they were suggesting that female squirting was not due to orgasm. So if there's anyone in the chat that wants to say that it is. Or is not female ejaculate is not due to an orgasm, please share that with us. I would also kind of add up a little bit. I'll take it to another notch. With tantric sex, a man can have an orgasm without ejaculation, or even extend their orgasmic period, and have like the equivalency of like a female rolling orgasm. So having an extended orgasm. Without ejaculate, if they've practiced or mastered, I guess you have to kind of master it or you have to practice it to master it. Tantric sex.
Okay, I learned so much.
We're still trying to be entertaining on this one. Entertaining and informative. Christopher Murtaugh saying, there is a before coffee. I've heard rumors about that. So everyone's still on their coffee at this point in time.
Yeah.
I'm very glad my gin has tea instead of coffee. I've never had a gin with coffee in it. Evelyn is saying, if Roger Jean Page had an STI, would you still do him? No.
No.
No. Are you Celeste? Are you familiar with the actor Régis Jean
No,
Page?
I'm not even familiar with the STI. So
Oh, that's a sexually transmitted infection.
okay. Oh yeah. Okay. We'll still do him. Oh no. So no, for sure. For no.
Regis
All right.
I'm googling a photo of him right now.
Thank you.
Okay.
He's the guy from he's the attractive man from Bridgerton.
Oh yes. I watched that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just okay.
So you're changing your minds now. That's a
No.
No, it's
no.
not.
All right.
Not my
No.
style.
Not worth it. It's like for what, you know?
Exactly. Christopher Merceau saying, practice it to master it or master it to practice it. I think that's in reference to tantric sex. And it's true. It's something to work on.
Why not both?
Why not both? It's put those 10,000 hours in. Could you imagine having 10,000 hours of orgasm? Like how much do you have to orgasm to get 10,000 hours? Because that's what they say it is to be a master of a craft. Is it 10,000 hours maybe of just sex, or is it 10,000 hours of actual orgasm?
Wow.
Mickey 88BG is saying hello from Twitch. There we go.
Hello.
Mark Brennan is saying an espresso martini is a way to have gin and coffee, because martinis should have gin. Those with vodka are a bastardization. And yeah, we're still all confused. We're trying to figure out if practice to master it or to master it to practice it. I'm saying practice to master it. Well, Mickey is watching us all the way from Serbia. Thank you very much for tuning in. Mickey, this is the Love Doctor live stream. We're answering people's questions about love, sex, and relationships. So let's move on to the next question that we have here. Oh, hold it. There we go. Denis Leger is admitting that he's a master baiter.
Very clever.
The next question we have here is, novelty is one of the sexiest things ever, second only to true intimacy. Any secrets on sustaining both? And Butterscotch, did you just go, oh my gosh, because you realized you are in the hot seat?
Oh, that's so tough. Man, how do you like?
Tough for you. I'm not speaking English. Oh my god.
It like, oh man, that's so hard. I mean, I
That's
think.
what he said. Sorry.
I think like just constantly trying different and new things would probably like be a way to go about it, you know, because if you're constantly discovering new things, and that's constant novelty and it keeps things fresh, you know?
Yeah.
That could be a way to go about it.
That is a good point. Celesta.
Yeah.
It's a very good point to go always look for something new, fresh. Because in a couple, you don't really want the routine to always be there. You want something new. So if your partner wants to have sex with 3 person, do it. If you feel confident, if you feel good about this too, huh? But no, you need. I think in sex it's good to always look far away than a closed mind.
Voilà. Oui. Yeah.
That is definitely a valid point. I'd want to say to that as well, communication with your partner. Again, novelty is a very short-term thing. If you're getting bored with your partner, then you need to delve into them, because people are fucking interesting, and that's something. So keeping open communication with your partner, explore with your partner. So when you were first dating, you had that conversation about what's your fantasies, what's your turn-ons, what do you like. You want to know something. 5 years down the road, those could have changed, and if you haven't asked or paid attention, then you're not going to know what's turning them on. So you need to communicate with your partner and keep that novelty fresh. That's the big killer of any relationship, is a lack of communication. Sorry, communication. I'm cursed a little bit too much.
Swearing again.
I'm just swearing. Denis Leger is saying, add anticipation to novelty to spice things up. There we go. Blindfolds. I think Denis Leger sort of likes to blindfold himself. No, I'm not going there. I'm not saying no. That's
How do you know this?
well because his previous comment that he was a masturbator, and then saying anticipation to novelty to spice things up, add anticipation. So you don't know exactly. You know, what was that cream I touched? Was it what was it? You know, KY or was it Tiger Bomb? Like that. You know, you got that little anticipation. That's a mistake you don't normally make twice.
Nope.
No, all right. And going back to the chat as well. Oh, and by the way, I see how many people are watching right now. And the channel is growing. We're at 42 subscribers at this point. And when we get to 50 subscribers on YouTube, we're going to be doing a nice little giveaway, a little prize package for the people who have registered and not hidden accounts. We'll do a random draw, and there's going to be definitely some prizes given out, or a prize package given out to one of the subscribers. So please make sure you hit like, and if you're going to be hitting like, also hit subscribe as well.
Yes.
Because that we kind of live by those likes. So make sure you like the video, because that shows the algorithms that we're worth watching. And I don't know why I'm just a little bit out of breath right now. But
you gave a whole speech. It's a lot. It's a lot of work. You deserve your breaths.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of aphrodisiacs, what would you recommend in terms of in the mood food?
Ooh.
In the mood food. And guess who's in the hot seat at this point in time? This fat fucker. All right. You know, as much as I'm a chubby person, I'm not a big fan of food play. Now, oysters are fantastic. Just kind of the memory of the texture kind of adds to the anticipation of what you'd really want to be putting your tongue to a little bit later. Yeah, it's what kind of food? Food. Now I'm thinking about eating something that's not food. What kind of foods are I'm not aphrodisiac foods. You know what, aphrodisiacs I think are more psychological for me. As much as oysters are something that's fun to eat, that kind of gives me that texture of thinking about that. There's a lot of people that say about eating things that high in zinc, etc. But just taking the time to orally explore my partner is a fucking enjoyment beyond belief. Butterscotch. Are you going to say butterscotch is an aphrodisiac? Is that?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah, I think like, you know, there's like all these sciences of like, oh, strawberries and chocolate and like, you know, sure, but I think it definitely is like really personal to like what you like, and I think it's like really, really to like textures and smell and taste, like, you know, on a personal like taste level. But yeah, personally, like I really enjoy like squishy foods. Well, like fresh fruit or like finger foods, like, but nothing that's like greasy and that like you don't want to like mix in with your like genitals later. You know what I mean?
Not
Just,
an
like,
hamburger.
why like you know, like chocolates and refreshing and like fruits and stuff like that. That's always really nice.
Sugars can always be bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get all sticky and like, but like not in a good way, you know?
Definitely taken. Celesta, and you out there watching, if you have any suggestions of what you enjoy as an aphrodisiac, a food to eat, or any kind of, actually, it's speaking of aphrodisiacs. Yeah, the question was for in the mood food. So if anyone out there has in the mood foods, let us know.
You can have asparagus.
Asparagus. Oh,
Yeah.
I thought that was the opposite.
It's an aphrodisiac, but yeah, you cannot pee. You cannot pew, c'est ça? Pisser.
Oui,
You
c'est
cannot
ça.
go to the toilet for a long time because it will stink. But asparagus is good, and instead of eating something, why not do you put like a smell that is aphrodisiac,
Yes.
like vanilla, vanille?
Wheat, vanilla.
Vanilla, it can work. Sometimes just a smell that is tastes like sugar and you can go in a mood of aphrodisiac thing.
I also have to say ananas or pineapple as well for the opposite reason of asparagus is also good because it does if you have a partner who eats a good deal of pineapple, it does sort of change the flavor in a better way as well. So asparagus can also change the flavor as well, but in a kind of not as nice way.
Yeah.
I ate asparagus today, guys.
All right. Warn your partners. Partners. I'm not saying or anything. We'll leave that for the audience. Christopher Murtaugh saying eating something that is not food is beyond belief. Totally agree. I enjoy it. Evelyn is saying about $10,000 in $20 bills dripped all over your body. That's not sticky at all. I just if it's dripped, I don't know if that's like you're making it rain, Ev. At that point, if the bills are wet, well, that's something that's been lost. I just realized that.
What?
When there used to be paper money or money, the cloth fiber bills and such. Right?
Yeah.
Like if you got them wet, they would kind of stick and hit onto a body, and you could kind of layer and make sort of a paper mache situation happen. But now that money is those. Who was that? This
is Charlie.
Charlie, that was. Look at Charlie Bill. It was like a meerkat just coming up and peeking through.
Meerkat. I'm so awkward.
It's fantastic, but Canada now has these plastic bills. Do they have that same kind of texture and stick? By the way, let's face it, money's dirty. Like I don't know if I really want to roll around. Like when I was younger, I wanted to roll around in cash. I'd like to have the cash to roll around in, but. No, right. No one else is buying. I'm hearing like a film somewhere's in the background.
Well, what?
Is anyone else hearing that?
Oh yes, yeah, I do.
I don't know if it's a sewing machine or like an old school projector just running.
Sounds like I don't know, but I don't know where it's coming from.
All right,
but it's not very loud.
Yeah, it's not very loud. It's just mystery noises.
I feel like if you get to keep the money afterwards, then like I'll do anything with it. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah.
It all depends on whether or not that money has an STI. That would kind of change.
I mean, like I'll take an STI for $10,000. You know what I mean?
At least specify that as a curable one.
A curable one, yes, correct.
All right. Next question coming up is, you know what? There's some people use the anonymous one because it's anonymous. I think this might go back to the pegging the dad thing earlier. Is hetero incest better or worse than homosexual incest?
Ugh.
Celesta, you're in the hot seat. If you want to pass on this one, I understand.
It's not good in the two way. Hetero or homosexual incest, no. No.
Same answer. Yes.
Yeah, unfortunately, they're both equally pretty bad.
There we are. Sometimes I've been called daddy in bed, but it's not been anyone I've been a blood relation to. So it can be hot to kind of play with, but it's not necessarily that thing. Look at the gray hair. It counts for something. I want it to be a silver fox, but I think I'm turning into a copper capybara. There's just wrong colors. And did I miss a comment? No, we didn't miss a comment there. We're going to be moving on to the next. Are we okay, or do you have anything else you want to add to that question?
Okay.
Or answer? No, we're going to forget it as quickly as possible.
We gave the response.
We gave a response. I'm a male, and I once had a non-ejaculatory orgasmic-like event in which I squirted a water-like liquid that was not a normal ejaculate. Okay, you know what? I've had what I call dry orgasms as well. Not that I've fully studied tantric and can do that. I've never had that happen. I was stimulating my prostate region at the time. It was brief but intense and pleasant. That's why I asked if other men have experienced that. Okay, so that's the little backup on the idea of men squirting. You know what? It almost sounds like a seminal orgasm. So it's still an orgasm, but it's more seminal fluid than including sperm. So it doesn't have the frothiness to it that it could be. Evlet is making fun of me here, saying, "Daddy, I thought you were called Granddaddy." Well, it is rather large, Ev. Thanks for saying. I was glad that you got that view that time. A little too much information and bragging. Ev's never seen it. Butterscotch, do you have a comment on that person's comment on their previous question?
I'm again just learning so much. It's like I was not aware of that, and now I know. I don't know. Yeah,
we are learning together.
Yes.
I do believe it's a very rare thing to have just a
Yeah.
seminal fluid.
I never heard of that.
Like if you've had, like, it's not uncommon if for a person who has had their been a vasectomy, then it's only seminal fluid anyways.
Okay.
So, so it's not that difference.
Mhm.
And Luna saying, yeah, a prostate massage stimulation is different from a regular orgasm, though it does result in a liquid expulsion. I've been on the receiving end there, and it's been, for me, it's been a more normal orgasm as well. It's Mickey Michelle from Australia. We're all around the world today. We've got Serbia, we've got Australia, we've got Toronto. It's all amazing how many people.
Wow! Wowie! Wow! Wow!
Love you. So happy. Mwah.
Sure. Mickey, we are missing you, but
Miss you.
I'm so happy that you are you're anyone who's looking for somebody to help them with promotion. Mickey Michelle runs an amazing business, and is it the Melbourne Burlesque Festival? Mickey, fill us in. Who you're promoting for now? It's one of the burlesque festivals in Australia. I believe you are now connected with, and so fantastic to hear from you as well. Look, Butterscotch is actually sitting way up in her chair now, preening for you. It's just so happy to see you.
Just so excited.
All right. Evlet is asking what time it is there. I'm going to guess that it's about 9:45 in the morning. It might be 10:45, depending where Mickey might be. Mickey, love you all. Thank you very much, Mickey. It's so good to see you. I'm gonna ask this right now. Mickey, would you ever care to be a guest on this show? I'm gonna say that right now. So we might actually have Mickey Michelle from Australia on this show at some point. But let's move on to the next question. I love spicy food and spicy women. Any suggestions to spicy food that doesn't burn in a bad way?
Ooh.
Oh, Celesta wants to jump on this one right away. Butterscotch, are you willing to pass the hot seat right now?
I would say Cambodia hottest pepper.
You are Cambodia's hottest pepper.
But yeah, the pepper of Cambodia is very spicy and it doesn't burn. So it's a good way. For when you mix your food, you add some pepper, top.
There we are. So get some Cambodian spicy pepper in your food. Butterscotch Blondie.
I think you have it in moderation. Then you could eat most of the spice, but just not go overboard, and then it won't hurt as much. What? Like in moderation,
All with moderation have better taste.
Yeah.
I would agree. I also a lot of Indian food is got cream sauces with it, and I always find that is better. Like you can get like a spicy butter chicken as well,
Yes.
or shoot, can't remember my Indian food at this point. But you if you have food that's cooked in yogurt, like even a biryani with some natural yogurt as well. It does kind of cut the spice so it doesn't hurt as well, but it's still very flavorful. And that's a mistake a lot of people do. They want spicy food, but what they really want is they want the flavorful food, but they're asking for the hot food, not thinking about, because hot for hot's sake. That's like the people who are doing, I'm going to do the crazy painful thing when I could just do the crazy fun thing.
Mm. Yes.
Was that an analogy that made? I'm not sure I made fucking sense there, but that's the way it is.
No, it did make sense. Yeah.
Mickey Michelle is saying, I'm working for the Australian Burlesque Festival doing their online social media management and marketing. Contact me, Mickey Michelle, marketing@gmail.com. That is the connection for burlesque performers who are going to be traveling to Australia, the Australian Burlesque Festival. Thank you very much, Mickey, for doing that. And yes, I would consider coming on the show at some point. P.S. It's 1:49 p.m. here in Melbourne. Oh, it's later than I thought. I thought it was more in the morning there. February 20th. She's talking to us from the future. It's tomorrow. We're talking to the future. The mind has been blown, Christopher. The mind has been blown. You know what? And you got to think. If you got to think about all the things that can be blown, the mind is probably like the second best. That was a dirty joke. Just let that drip out.
Oh, I got it.
There we are. We have it. We got a very serious question coming in here as well. The next serious question is, Pornhub has obviously become problematic. What are some good alternatives? I am in the hot seat here. I'm going to say Pornhub has always been problematic. They've actually just made issues to try to be less problematic now. It's not necessarily everything that's on Pornhub, but the fact that Pornhub profits from some stuff that is problematic. I think probably the best one is to have partners that you can chat with and make porn for, and who will make porn for you that you can enjoy. So especially in this time of quarantine and long distance relationships, even if the long distance just happens to be across the city, that is less problematic as long as it's personalized porn that you're not sharing without any permission. Celesta.
I think what you just say is perfect. I agree.
Butterscotch.
I forget the name of the website, but I know that there's a director. Her name is Erica Lust. She makes she has a monthly / yearly subscription based porn site where they ethically make source the porn, and it's kind of then there's all different types of people and scenarios, and it's just ethically sourced and properly paid and well treated, and they have a documentary about her. It's super interesting. I highly recommend.
So I guess the key thing here is research the porn that you're going to watch, and I know when you're in the mood to just kind of watch a little bit of porn and finish, that is not always kind of the forefront of your mind, but take the time to be aware of where the porn you're watching is coming from.
Yeah.
We've got a complaint here. Excuse me, love doctor, I have a complaint to make. Every time I turn around, someone I'm not going to name tries to steal my wine. Can you help? Yes. Christopher, fill the glass. Don't take the glass. All right? Just that way she can only drink one glass of wine all night because it's constantly being refilled. And that's the beauty of taking care of a partner. Just, don't be mean or try to take advantage of somebody getting a little sloppy. Mickey Michelle is saying, come to the future. We have robots and starships. Oh, Australia is the future.
And less of COVID.
Yeah. I think that's New Zealand. Evlet, you know what to do. Yes. Christopher saying, it's probably that guy over there. Look, there he goes again. I think this is the wine being stolen. One more. Smack him in the head. No. Well, he might like that, Bashak. So be careful. Mark Brennan is saying there's a great podcast called The Butterfly Effect about Pornhub. Might want to check that out. And do we call kangaroo starships now? Mark Brennan being a Australian origin person currently living in Canada. So he's now finding out that his people, since he left, were able to get starships and robots. Evlet says, insert his testicles into the wine glass and suck out all the air, so he's stuck. That I don't know if that punishment suits the crime. If somebody's stealing your wine, do you think you want to just put their testicles in the wine glass and then create a vacuum? That seems to be a lot of work. It's a lot easier to just go get a second glass or maybe just hold on to the bottle. I'm just saying that's he's doing suction games with balls. What's Evlet is I'm not sure. All right, we've got no more of the anonymous questions. Are there? Oh, holy fuck! We've been on this for an hour already.
Yes,
we've been doing great at here. It's Christopher Murtaugh, an Australian origin person, equals a time traveler. It's also Christopher. I'm surprised that with Mark Brennan here, you haven't mentioned how fantastic his poetry is. That's so strange. That has not happened yet. And Christopher Murtaugh, I think, really likes the idea of putting his balls into a wine glass. So again, if you want something to be a deterrent, it has to be something that they don't enjoy. Ev. Then Leger is saying it could inspire the comment, "This wine tastes ballsy."
Ooh.
We're just gonna let that hang. All right. Apparently the balls aren't hanging anymore because they're stuck in a wine glass. Ayo. There's no more anonymous questions. Oh no, there are. They just kind of are in a different area. So I'm gonna do this. Here we are. These questions have popped up. How do you always get such beautiful women on your show? I'm fucking lucky. There's amazing people. I know this is sort of directed to me. Butterscotch, since you're in the hot seat, Butterscotch, how did I get you on the show? Because you're such an amazing performer as well as such a beautiful person. Why did you say yes to being on the show? Why I pour another drink and stroke my ego?
Well, I've had so many lovely nights with you, like in real life, human person back in the day when the world was open. On your Vaudeville variety show Wednesday nights. So, it's been so long since we've all seen each other. I wanted to pop in for a little bit, say hi, have some drinks, have fun, And that's how I got here. Yeah.
Definitely have been missing you. Celesta,
yeah.
Why the fuck did you say yes? Look at you.
I know, and
Goddamn princess here.
I think you got something because really, you know that I'm not someone who's speaking English, and it's very difficult for me to speak in English. And
Tu parles très bien. Tu parles anglais très bien parce que je ne parle pas le français. Je suis idiote. Je touche français maintenant. Et c'est très difficile pour moi parce que je suis mal à la tête aussi. It's not working.
And tonight is a very tough question, Mike.
Yes, I have a hard time understanding them in English.
So you can imagine me in French. I have to translate all in my head, and but yeah, I accept. I'm happy to be there, and it's for Paul. Voilà.
I also want to point out that you are dressed in animal print in a manner that has not endangered any animals. There we are, Ricky. Okay. That animal might be endangered. Bootlegger. There we are.
I think Butterscotch Blondie and me, we was having a connection about putting print animal.
Oh, look at that! And see, I've got like sort of like I don't know what kind of animal is plaid a natural camouflage?
In Canada, yes.
In Canada, all right. So I'm wearing a Canadian camouflage. at this point. Christopher
Yes.
Murtaugh is dropping in to say, I've been trying to give Matt some space from being a famous poet, but now that we've blown that, and again, more things being blown.
Ew.
Evlit, his manager Paul, is really, really rich. Well, if that fucker's rich, he's going to give me some money at some point. Actually, you know what? Here's Ev is making a very good point at this point. This show is entirely run on your donation. So if you want to donate to support this channel, and I understand if things are tight, a lot of people are not working to their full extent right now. But if you can hit like or subscribe to the channel, you're doing a lot to help the channel. But if you can always donate to the channel. Anything that comes in the next 24 hours is going to be shared with all the performers that you're seeing on screen here. So please donate. There's the link tree at the bottom. It's linktr.ee/Paul Ash. That's my manager. And the first thing there says, buy me a drink. And any money that you donate through there can easily be given into, well, no, not easily, will be given into the pot that will be shared with all the performers that are on there. Mark Brennan says the animal print I have is a platypus. Platypus. There we are. So there we are. For the fact that I got such beautiful women on this show, I'm just lucky. I'm just lucky. I try to treat all these fantastic performers with respect because they definitely deserve it. They're all amazing talent, and I'm at awe of the talent that they have. And the fact that they're beautiful is just icing on the cake. And if you look at the size of my head, it's obvious, in the rest of my body, it's obvious that I love cake. And so having that icing on the cake is a good thing. And there's the next. We got another question. Are we ready for another question?
Yes.
Oui.
Next question is: what made you start the Live Doctor? The Live Doctor. So I guess that would be the Love Doctor live stream. That's that's a cute way of saying it. The Love Doctor live stream. Celesta, do you care to guess at that one? I know that's sort of directed at me, but you're in the hot seat.
So why
did we start doing the live shows, like online?
Oh, because there was no bar, no wiggle room, so we have no choice to be online and do sexy stuff. Voilà.
I think that is the definite reason. It's the fact that I wanted to reach out and touch people, and I couldn't because of COVID lockdowns. And the best way possibly to be go touching their ear holes with positive things and reminding people to, washing their hands and wearing masks doesn't have to be all dreary. We can have fun with this at this point. Christopher Murtaugh saying 7 watching now, 2 likes on YouTube. To those other folks, get to work. And we've got way more people than that watching on the various platforms that we're going to. Because right now, people can actually watch us on Twitter. Did you realize that people can watch us on Twitter right now? Yeah, and it's because he thinks he's Laura Betito. Thank you, Ev, for that. You've managed to silence everybody. Butterscotch, do you want to hazard a guess as to why we started the Love Doctor live stream?
A big part of performing is getting to connect to so many people and connecting with the audience, and we don't get to do that anymore. So this is kind of the next best thing to, reach out, not feel so isolated, and try to keep it going, in the way that we can and know how to.
To share our evening and to smile and reach out and touch someone digitally. And by digitally, I don't mean with our fingers.
Yeah.
I used to call fingering digital sex, and then the internet came along. Look, dad jokes. I can do dad jokes. Denny Leger is saying like. Christopher saying
share.
Touching my ear holes. I'm flattered, but should I be wearing an ear condom? So far, I'm pretty sure that this platform doesn't have a virus, so we should be good.
I think you can't get pregnant from your ears.
You shouldn't be able to. We've got a couple more questions. We've been at this for an hour. You don't mind? We can continue. Yes, we're all
Yeah,
good
We
to
can do a few more
continue.
questions, yeah?
All right. Here's the next question: is who are each of your guests' biggest influence as far as burlesque goes? So, who's your biggest influence as far as burlesque? In the hot seat right now is Butterscotch Blondie.
Man, that's so hard.
You are a dynamo on stage. You are a high energy performer.
Yes, she's so
Thank you.
good.
Thank you.
When live stages are happening, or if people have a chance to see you in a digital performance, and I don't mean touchy, please check out Butterscotch Blondie, and to find when Butterscotch Blondie is performing, make sure you're following them on Instagram. It's right there. So Butterscotch, who would you say are your major influences?
Man, it's like so hard to say. I have like so many, man, like honestly, a lot of them like are local because it's like I don't know, I think we have like a lot of like amazing talent in
The Montreal
Montreal.
scene is amazing.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I really love and enjoy Celesta, number one. Yeah, and like Gigi Marks, Lady Josephine, La Duchesse d'Huillère. Oh man,
So
yeah.
many. We
There's
cannot,
just like so many. Like it's so hard. Like I know I'm forgetting people, but
we cannot forget people.
Frankie Fictitious, Dirty Martini.
So basically, if when live starts up again, just go see everybody. Is what you're saying?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah.
See everybody. See all the shows.
Yeah.
All right,
Yes.
Celesta, who are your influences?
In the American scene, I will definitely say Michelle Lamour. She is really my biggest influence. In the Montreal burlesque, I will say Lulu La Duchesse and Foxy Lexi. For me,
Oh,
they are my queen. I love watch them on stage, on stage. They are like, pew, voila. They are my influence, I can say. Yeah. Yeah.
but
And
both. Yeah, with when either one of those two perform, it's like I need to have cardiac pedals handy just in case my heart
yes,
stops. It's just so.
Foxy
they
is
give
amazing. Also,
they
yes.
give you
Yeah.
heart attack. Yeah, they give
Yeah.
you heart attack. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Butterscotch Blondie is one of them too. La. She's a newbie, but she have the fire in her. What?
Thank
The,
you.
the the charisma, but both of you are such dedicated performers. I don't know if I want. Can I? You know what? I share about one of the mishaps that didn't even fucking slow you down, Celesta.
Yes, well, we are. Yes, yes.
You broke your nose in the middle of a routine. You broke your nose. You were in the
Sorry,
middle of a
Connor.
routine. You got a chair into the face, and you just got up and you kept on going. You kept on smiling, and you did. You are fucking professionals. You are both amazing at what you do.
Show go on.
The show
Yes.
must go on. It's just fantastic
Now
skill, dedication to the
I
craft.
have a very good anecdote. How we can say that in English? Anecdote.
Yeah.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Same thing. Même
I
chose.
Hey, I'm a
Yeah.
bad bitch because I got a scar now. Ta-da!
Yes. Yes. Yes.
There we are. And Eva's actually pointed out that there's two. There's Dr. Ruth Westheimer was an influence, but I was never a sniper. I didn't leave Ireland for that reason. I want to say that. And also there's a Canadian version called Sue Johansson. Sue Johansson is also an influence for me as well. And I think probably the greatest influence for me in doing what I do is the fact is I just want people to treat each other nicer. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about things. Be kind. It's not that fucking hard. And we have another question here. When your partner says something smells funny, does she mean funny haha or I'm feeling in the mood? Celesta, if your partner was to say something smells funny, would they mean ha ha or I'm in the mood?
Oh, it will be the haha one. Yeah.
It'll be the ha ha one. All right.
Yeah.
I'm glad you went with one of the two choices. Butterscotch.
If my partner says something smells funny, it's because I farted. But I farted. That's what happened.
There we go. If I, just to kind of bring this around full circle, if my partner was to say something smells funny, it's probably because I had some of that creatine that expired in 2018.
Yeah.
So it may not have been a very, very good choice at that point. So we have answered all the questions here. I think, they're all there. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. The two of you, did you have fun tonight?
Yes.
Yeah, yes.
All right. I still have half a drink. I mean, granted, this is my second drink, and I'm probably going to get a little messy before it's all over. Christopher saying, whoever that guy who popped into frame, marry that woman. So I think that goes for both of the fantastic burlesque performers have had people stick their heads into frame. Can we share the news, Celesta, that you did get married?
Yeah.
I guess I just spoiled the news.
Just before the pandemic happened.
Just before and in Thailand, no less. You
Not
got married
in
twice?
In
Sorry?
Cambodia.
Cambodia.
Yeah.
Cambodia. Sorry, that's right.
I'm a
I should know that.
I'm a Cambodian.
We.
Yes, you're right. Oh my fuck's sakes! My memory is gone to shit.
It's okay.
So yeah, in Cambodia, you got married to the wonderful Ricky, who's there, who's supplying you with bootlegger, and you two have a child.
No, not at all. We are happy without child.
Oh, okay. My mistake. I'm misinformed, or again, bad memory. Daniel J is saying, thanks for the good show, everyone. Evlet is saying, congratulations, felicitation on the marriage, and give Charlie DeVille the best, please, Butterscotch.
I will.
As well. Give them a wave from me for sure.
Yes.
And if you're watching, Charlie, thank you for helping Butterscotch with all of this. It's been a pleasure with having both of you on here. I'm the Love Doctor. This has been the Love Doctor live stream. Just as a reminder again, Celesta O'lee on Instagram. Follow them. All right. Butterscotch Blondie on Instagram. Follow them. And if you go to the link tree that has the donation on it, you'll also can find the link to the YouTube channel to make sure that you are subscribed to the YouTube channel, so you have a chance to win, and you'll also be notified whenever any Love Doctor videos are coming up. But it's always Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Christopher Murtaugh, a wonderful show. Thanks, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Thank you, Christopher. Stay safe, everyone, and be happy. Wash your hands, wear your masks,
Yes.
Be kind, and understand if somebody's frustrating you, that they're having a horrible shit time as well. So be kind to everyone.